Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know a long time no see. I haven't posted in about a week. That was bars. I know I haven't been uploading how I usually upload, but y'all, when I say school is kicking my ass and work, both jobs kicking my ass, is kicking my ass. But I'm not gonna ramble too much. I'll do more of that rambling shit on the get ready with me videos, since that last comment I got on one of these videos was like, get to the point. I thought I'd been getting to the point, but all right. Anyways, that person must be new. Anyways, in today's video, I'm gonna tell you guys how to get a job as a clinical laboratory assistant, because I've seen a lot of comments, a lot of comments on how to get a job as a clinical laboratory assistant without having to get a certification or going to school. So if you're interested in seeing how you can get a job as a clinical laboratory assistant with no type of schooling, then stay tuned.
Your trapper take over. Name another that's colder. I just bought a brand new Rover. I don't even drive no more, I got a chauffeur. Took off, man, they asking me to slow up. Getting wiser and my money getting older. And that bitch, I ain't even gonna hold it. And that bitch, and I thought that it told.
Okay, so just to start off with, you guys, to get a clinical laboratory assistant job, you do not need to be certified in that field. I haven't really seen, I did my research before doing this video, and I haven't really seen clinical laboratory assistant schooling. I've seen some, but then it was like I didn't really know if they were legit or not, because all the job searches that I did while doing that research on CLA school, you didn't have to have any type of school experience. They will train you on the spot. So I'm not saying that there is not schooling to become a clinical laboratory assistant. I'm just saying that I haven't really heard of it. I'm not gonna say people haven't heard of it. I haven't really heard of it. I did my research. I did find some. I'm not gonna name them because I don't know if they're legit or if they're accredited or anything like that, and I don't want to lead you guys in the wrong path. But most jobs, when you as a CLA, you don't need to have medical experience. They will train you on spot, because that's what they do. They train you like every step of the way, because that's what I'm doing right now. You don't need any type of qualifications to become a laboratory assistant or clinical laboratory assistant. You just, some companies, it depends on the company, you might need at least some type of medical experience. Some companies, it doesn't matter whether you have medical experience or not, but for sure they want you to have your high school diploma or GED. That's one of the qualifications that you must have. They're not just going to hire you and you don't have a high school diploma or a GED. They want you to have something, because you don't need the certification or any other qualifications, so you have to have at least that. So how I got my job, to be exact, I didn't have any type of CLA training, any type of CLA experience, anything like that. So I took up and used all my jobs that I worked at in the medical field, and I put it on my resume, and I applied, and I just used my experience over schooling or over actual time into that. How can I say this? I actually used my experience in the medical field over actually being an experienced CLA before, because I have never been an actual CLA. So I just used my phlebotomy experience, dialysis, PCA experience. I just used that as a ticket to get into the job, rather than, oh, I've been a CLA before, I know what I'm doing to that, because I don't. I just use my medical experience. Now, I'm not saying that if you don't have any medical experience that you won't be able to get the job. That is not true, because some people that I work with right now, they just graduated school or they're in school. So some people, and you might feel like I'm getting off topic, but I'm just telling you, some people, when they're in school, their parents don't want them to work, so they never had a job, right? But then as they start to find what they want to do, like become a tech or a nurse, their parents will probably let them get a job as long as it's in the medical field, because some parents don't like their kids working fast food, blah blah. Anyways, so some people that I work with never had a job before. The CLA was their first job ever. It is kind of hard with you not having any type of job experience to get these type of medical jobs, because it's just like, this person never worked. I don't know if they're going to be on time. I don't know how their attitude is. I can't really call for references. I don't really know how this person is going to go. I can't even go based off their resume because they don't have one made because they haven't worked anywhere. So the managers and stuff, they're just going to be like, they'll probably put you to the side because they're not going to want to risk, depending on how desperate they are. Some will risk, some won't. My company risks because we need people to work. Because in my position, people use where I work at as like a chill job while you're in school. You're not on your feet, you're not running around, you're not constantly tired. So people use my job just to have money coming in and not working so hard at a job. So most of the people that was in my position or in the position before me as a CLA have left. They have graduated, so they're trying to get people in. So they'll grab people with experience, with no experience, no work history, everything like that. So, but you want to be able to build your resume. You want to be able to have something on your resume, whether it's babysitting, working under a family member, something on your resume. Because if you have never worked before and you want to be a CLA, I'm not saying that they're not going to hire you at all. They're just going to look at you like, I don't know if I should hire them. But then they probably will, they probably won't, and if they do, they're going to keep their eyes on you, trust me. Because that's what they're doing with one of my coworkers. They're like, we're watching you very closely because we don't know, you know, your history. We can't call nobody for reference, like I said before, things like that. So my suggestions to you in order to get into a CLA position: keep applying. Keep applying, keep building your resume. Building your resume doesn't have to be you work one place, you quit that job, and then you work in another place, you quit that job. Building your resume as in you can do volunteer work, you can put your computer skills up there, what you can do on your resume. That's what a resume is for. It's supposed to be your past history, your job histories, what you can do, your skills, things like that. So that's what I would focus my resume on. And I would list some really good references that's not really family members, because of course family members will be like, oh yeah, she's a good worker. Pick somebody like that's not really family, maybe a family friend because they're not bloodline, but pick somebody like that that list as a reference, so when they call they can be like, okay, how is such and such, is this your sister? So they know this is not a family member. Okay, so I would say build your resume, keep applying, because I applied for this position I don't know how many times. I've been applying to this company since I've graduated Job Corps. Yeah, I've been applying for this company for a long time, and I'm finally happy that I got here. So I'm gonna stick it. I'm gonna stay here because y'all know I'm quick to move on to another job, but I'm gonna stick it out and stay here. But keep applying, build up that resume, call. You have to call. If a company don't overdo it. Call them, but don't be like calling them every second of the day. If they don't pick up, leave a voicemail, then call them 2 days later. Keep on them. Some companies, like when you're like, oh, they really want the job, they're trying to see if you really want it. They're trying to test you to see if you really want it. So keep applying, because what happens when you apply, I was told this when I was when I got through the interview process, when I got hired. What happened is they'll pick some applicants, right? They'll decide between the applicants that they pick and decide who should get an interview and who shouldn't, right? Then they'll have the interview, and then they'll pick who they want out the interview, right? So they'll pick who they want out the interview, but that's just for that position. So say there's another position popping up, you have to do a whole nother application for that position, because the positions have like different code numbers or something that he said. So when you apply to one, you probably won't be picked for that one, but you could probably be picked for the other one, if y'all understand what I'm saying. Because some people, they get an interview, they take the offer, but then they have another job that called them and made a higher offer, and sometimes they don't even show up. I know I witnessed that like several times at my job. So sometimes they don't even show up because of miscommunication. Oh, I picked another offer, stuff happens. So I would suggest keep applying, build up a resume and call them. Just, I know their medical field, they tell you not to call them. It's human resources. So what you can do is search on Google and look up human resources, and then boom, like literally that's how I checked up on my applications and my whole entire interview process. Email and call. I would email and I would call. I would call probably every few days, and I would email probably every other week, depending on how bad I want the job. But don't do it every day. Don't be aggravating, but let them know, hey, my application, I know I put one in, how's it going? So that's all the tips that I have for you guys in order to get a job as a clinical laboratory assistant. Once again, you do not need any type of schooling, you do not need experience, but you do need that high school diploma and or a GED, because they're not just going to hire you with nothing at all, especially if you don't have no experience. So you need to have something. But other than that, the other qualifications, like, I don't think you need CPR and BLS. They haven't asked me for mine yet, so that's not really a need in this position because we're in a lab. Now, if you were like a care partner or something, of course, but most hospitals or most medical companies will train you for CPR, or they will lead you into a CPR class or a BLS class. But yeah, that is it, y'all. That is it. That's all I have for this video. Once again, we're gonna say it again because people are gonna ask me in the comments because they didn't watch the whole video. Keep applying, because I've been applying for this job for months and I finally got it. Build up your resume. You have to have at least a high school diploma or GED. Keep calling and keep emailing them. That's basically all that I can give y'all, all of the help that I can give y'all. I don't want it to be too long, so I hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll be posting once a week, if not more than once a week. We're coming back to back with these videos, you guys. I know I've been slacking, but I'm gonna talk about that tonight and then get ready with me. So yeah, see you guys in my next video. Stay blessed, keep your hands washed, stay safe, stay cautious, and I'll see you in the next clip. Bye.